Yeah, it's Daddy Steve. A very ill Daddy Steve. Tank just man flu. It's the real tank. It's Tuesday, 11th of September 2018. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm trying to, let me just finish this admin, then I can show you. So do this quick. Kind of at the stage of the game where the only real thing for me to do is acquire gems, just like anybody else, but then think about how I'm going to invest those gems, and if I can get particularly lucky along the way, then I'll take that every time. And just this morning, anyway, recently I was just thinking about how important those jackpot wins. I mean, obviously jackpot wins are going to move anybody's game forward, but I have to think back now to when Lucky Spin first came out and I won 2 jackpots. Huge effect. I got Wraith, got it to a decent level. You know, the rest is history. So important. My game now, is same as then, is all about the acquisition. And in case anybody doesn't know how to do it, it's all about that Alice Bond, baby. All about that Alice Bonds. And also, thank goodness my man, Mr. Jester, is on it in terms of, you know, the contribution and just spending it and things like that. Because I do still play the game. I do still play the game every day, but events-wise, there's absolutely nothing for me to do. So I kind of just log in, spend some energy, and then log out. I don't even claim anything for guild maps or anything like that. Last time it was my turn for Paragon and Oracle. Put myself at the end of the queue and, you know, exchange for somebody else who was newer in the guild. And, you know, and that wasn't just me, it was Andre and Nagafen did the same thing, you know what I mean? But most people in the guild are at the stage now where, of course, some more Paragons will always be useful. Always, of course. But just at this stage of the game now where it's not just about guild map creatures. It helps, but it's not everything. It's a great, honestly, I'm not just saying this because it's, you know, my guild, but it's just fantastic guys as well, guys and gal. We need more ladies. That's not being like kind of suggestive, but it's just always interesting to get that female perspective. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to be in a room full of testosterone. Nobody want that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So anyway, yeah, so there's a couple of things just to say. Okay, so on Lucky Spin, IGG have added Dragon Lancer. So I'm being busy just collecting those shards. And I've got 42. Now I'm going to go all the way to 75. I don't really want to use these Omni shards on a farmable creature. I'd rather save it for something else which is a lot more expensive. So unless I get just impatient, you know what I mean? So which is also very possible. But anyway, if I was going to go optimal, then I just basically farm at the shards. Yesterday on Lucky Spin, sorry, on Platinum Spin, not just Lucky Spin, I managed to get DAHLIA! I remember when I got DAHLIA on my old main account, and it was like, oh wow, got my first Slime Ahsoka 2, and that is a big deal. But I really need to meld it onto something else. What is that something else? If it wasn't for the fact that Wraith is locked into Morty and Leander, if it wasn't for that, then I might have thought about Horn Beast, something like that. Which says a lot, really. It says a lot about, you know, how often I play the game. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be other creatures, you know, I mean, I should be melding that. recycle 2 onto, obviously it's not any loss really to put it onto a Horn Beast, because you know what? I can take it off again, put it on something else. I guess an obvious candidate would be something like a Snow Harlot, but I don't like Snow Harlot just because she's got Tempest. But she's quite tanky, and now as before, Snow Harlot is not exactly how to place, because you've got to have direct damage in order to deal with her, so she's tanky from that perspective, I guess. But anyway, what would I put that Recycle 2 onto? I only really want to put Shattered Soul on Octavius, even though, and then just pray and get the rune somehow. Maybe a Flare, but Flare's not always going to last in this deck. So I don't really want to go through the expense of putting it onto a Flare and then taking it off Flare to put on something else. You know what I mean? So I probably won't do that. I'm not too sure what I would put the Recycle 2 on. And anyway, Sacrifice is not all that bad. I just need to put this Voodoo rune on badly. But at the same time, I'm trying to get, where is it, my Revive rune up from level 8 to level 9. I'm not all that far. And just another 25,000. Gosh. Anyway, what we're going to do is some more lucky spin. Oops. I'm going to see what we get. Basically, this Alice Bond cycle, what I'm going to be doing is Platinum spin. This is during the Platinum event. Okay, we'll take that. That's one extra shard towards that creature I just forgot on the 5-star Neander. I'm doing Platinum spin and trying to save towards equipment. Wow, perfect. My goal in doing these spins is twofold, mainly to get the LP points for Dragon Lancer, but also to see what we get from Platinum spin. Garbage. We've still got 100, we've got the voucher, Memoria voucher, and 100 LP points. Really not bothered about Essence. Long time since I was bothered about Essence. Probably start of the game. See, that could have been, I'd rather take the 10 than take the garbage creature, of course, if I had my choice. That could be worse. Just garbage, you know, 2-star glory, but it could have been worse. Oh. Okay. Let's go. Gosh. And there's no secret to spinning. You either going to be lucky or you ain't. But at the same time, as I say, I've accumulated enough to get 4 Dragon Lord shards. And at this rate, I'll have Dragon Lancer in no time. So as you can see, I got Blossoms as well. Blossoms and Dahlia. What's the odds that I get Rune Essence at level 2? Multi-Vigor's garbage, Human Vigor's garbage. Omni 5, Omni 8. There's a lot of garbage there, to be fair. A lot of garbage. Just think about the principle of resetting the wheel. No. I mean, not now. I mean, say if I did it on day 1, but if I did it on day 1, I wouldn't have got Blossoms and I wouldn't have got Dahlia. Not that I'm bothered about Blossoms. Anyways, to the spin. I don't know what I'm aiming for. Multi-Vigor. I wasn't aiming for that. Dragon Lord Soul. Okay. Cool. And in terms of everything else, I don't think, my personal opinion, Rakashar, I don't think she's worth the investment. Is your Vixen, Immunity, Dodge, Crystallize? It's not awful. If the HP falls below 35%, they'll be frozen for 2 rounds. It's useful, but it's just, there's nothing else there, you know what I mean? It's like ultra defensive. Anyway, and I'm not gonna get it. Fallen Pixie, Soul Snatch, Rebirth, Limit Breaker. It's based on the attack, so if you're up against a Blade Shard, it could be pointless. Don Cervantes, Rebirth, Battle Blow, Old School, Bullseye, don't worry about it. We've already talked about Cyber and Hera, and personally I don't think it's worth it. I would go for Diamond Dust, Concealed Strike, Torment Rune, Revive, depending on what creatures you've got, point of view. Moya, Double Meld, Hansel, Lost Relics, Platinum Wheel. Right, so there's another progress check just to see where we're at. 46 shards. Okay. What I'm thinking is, let's try and do something with that Blossoms. There you go. So I've actually got 2. Right, so what we're going to try and do is Incinerate. Right, so where are you? Here I am. I think that's the one I want anyway. So why don't we just double check? Flourish Rune, Fire Rune. Yeah, it's going to be Incinerate. Incinerate. Fire Rune. 3. Cool. Go. Right, so Incinerate. Definitely not spending gems. Definitely not. It's just not worth it. Not that bothered. We're going to have 2 tries. Well, let's see if I have to spend gems just, but and the reason why is because, right, so this is double meld day. It's going to take me up to 60% if it fails. But if I had to do another try, it will take me up to 90. Whereas if I use gems, which is only 368, and I know for people starting off in the game, it's like 368 loads. But at least it'll take me up to the 100. So then the next Blossoms I get, I can actually do the meld. And it's a question of, would I rather just get the meld out of the way? You know what I mean? More so than waiting around for 2 creatures, which can take forever. The answer is yes, probably. Anyway, so we're going to try gold first. Seriously, I have not been very lucky on melds for quite a long time. Right, so yeah, this will take us to minimum 100%. Will actually take us technically to, was it 105%? But you know, 100% is where it's going to level off. Didn't get it. Right, so we need another Blossoms in order to try that meld. Boo hoo. What I'm thinking is, I'm not a retreat man, but just for the sake of it, why not have it? Just to throw it in somewhere. Voodoo. Blaze. Nah, that's next. That's ready for Voodoo, isn't it? Obviously. Right, let's get that meld out of the way. Right, so enhancement, evolve, meld, force arm, morty. Anything with an up arrow, very likely already has voodoo. Or frostblade, you know, just or something else which is, in my opinion, quite useful. Right, it's definitely that blaze in it. Right. Voodoo. I tend to stick to the Dark Witch, but it's by no means essential to go for her. And others have argued that it's probably better to go with lower voodoo to give them less rage. You know, what was it now? I can't remember anyway, but somebody argued that it's probably better to go for lower voodoo, and at the time I thought, yeah, maybe. I can't remember, it's like 6 months ago, this conversation, so... Yeah, anyway, we've got another voodoo with no voodoo rune, which is bad. Direct damage. Yeah, it's the direct damage that it deals to the other side, which kind of gives it rage before it takes it away. So they were arguing maybe it's better to go for lower voodoo, so you do less direct damage on their hero. Because the whole idea is to try and take it away. Anywho, so that's that. Any other melts? Any other melts? Oh, damn. So, no. Yeah, I mean, I could, I guess, technically put the Recycle 2 on a Needhog. Would not be out of place just because of delay, and then, you know, maybe they don't have immunity. Would be useful. Would make sense. Would. Just thinking about how those Dragon Lords were crazy useful early in the game. 2 Nidhogg's, but only level 10. So I'd have to be bothered enough to like level them up to 15. No, I don't think. I mean, in the old game, fair enough. Of course, with Recycle 2 on a Nidhogg. But yeah, the Nidhoggs trying to do delay on a creature that's got immunity, and the immunity rune only gives them health back, and it can be quite a lot of health. So it's probably just better to do. Magic is dead, and this counts as magic, so I can't put it on there for that reason. Otherwise, technically it would have, you know, kind of made some sense, but overall, in general gameplay, not at the higher levels. Above, like, say, kind of upper mid-level, I would say don't use magic at all. And that's it, really. Let's have a look at this. Decent. The Oceanos. Let's fight the easier ones. I'm not going to show it, but I might do a deck duel. I like having Wraith against Oceanos. So where do I put that Dahlia? Look at the cost, top left. I've only got 1 spare. Could put it here. That's strong enough already. Probably just going to replace this one beast. This is my garbage deck, so it's just making it more likely that, you know, you get a win with the garbage deck, but it doesn't. Dahlia still doesn't have that voodoo rune on it yet, so it's still all on all the other Queen Temptresses, and that needs to be like level 8, level 9. But as I said, I'm working on Revive. Not going to win. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 deck duel, then we bounce. So the news was I'm going for Dragon Lancer. I've got DAHLIA. Only just about made one of my decks. It was a tournament deck. The other news is they've IGG dramatically reduced the length of deck duels. Well, they knocked about 7 days off it, which I think personally is a good move. And let's just do the one battle. Let's hope it's a good battle. Let's hope it's a good one. But yeah, for me generally, I was thinking about doing more videos where I just talk about like the interesting things that's going on in my life right now. Oh yeah, I was contemplating whether I'd talk about one of my boys and his perspective on dating, and then how, in my opinion, it's all kind of wrong. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys that watch this, so man to man, we can like discuss about whether this dude, you know, maybe he's on track, maybe he's right. Who knows? But and maybe I could do that because I don't mention him by name. I could just talk about stupid things that, in my point of view, that he does. And you know, they have an insight into my life. What do you address? No way, son. Harrow Model and Holy Rights. It's not impossible. Stormward 8 makes it a lot less possible. I'd have to kill the Rage before he plays a card, and that's not going to happen. Yeah, maybe in the next video. Maybe in the next video, because my brain isn't working alert right now anyway. It's too early in the morning, and obviously I've got this cold, so maybe I need to be more mentally alert. But yeah, I'll probably be talking about more kind of what's going on in my life right now, type of subjects, in addition to deck duels, deck heroes. Yeah, but in terms of games that I play more often, Warship Commanders, is that the same dude? Could well be. That's not Blade Shard and Holy Model. Yeah, I like Warship Commanders. It's one of those slow grind games, but if you've got a good strategy, then you can spot the weaknesses in other people's kind of they call them fleets. Fleets is the same as decks. And you just know that you're building more solid foundations for the future. And I'm probably going to do another video on that kind of thing in a not too distant future. But I do actually want to have a decent battle on deck duels. I don't mean fighting white, but I've got Wraith, and I don't mean fighting Druidess either. Yeah, maybe this one. But look at his health. Maybe, I say, maybe he doesn't have a chance. He's got an Aquarius and a Hanzo. Libertine. Ooh, he's a big boy. Dark Summoner. Let's just go with that. Let's encourage him to play that Aquarius early. And kind of, if he does, he's done. Even though this, it badly needs violence and protein, more so than vitality, because with the sacrifice, she can do some impressive and devastating damage. Just my Queen Temptress has got elevated dodge. So to dodge 6 is a little bit annoying right now, because what I'm trying to do is get the ball rolling. Standard tactics for me really of just wanting to clone the Aquarius group, and sooner or later I'm going to have to worry about group tactics. And it looks like I've got group tactics for the amount of times that Queen Temptress has dodged. But the bottom line is, their Rage is never going to fire, just because I've got Voodoo. I say never. This has got Frostblade, so it's a 70% chance to freeze me, but it's like hit me quite a few balls. I keep on dodging, don't I? So it's like if I don't dodge, I still got a 30% chance of not being frozen. But it's just so happening that I've got crazy high dodge, 50%. It seems a lot more like about 70% right now. And I'm being true to the same strategy because it's strong. But the longer that I take, I don't know if I can win now. The reason why is because he's got Aquarius and he's got the Dark Summoner. So it's going to be very hard for my what's it called? Spirit Painter to live. Right. Okay, thank goodness for that. So now we get the party. I'm thinking to go with a different strategy. Just get them the hell out of there. Oh, is there any point? There is no point because he's going to have a recycle or a revive card bringing them back into play. But you know what? I'm bothered. If I'm, just been waiting around too many rounds. But the better strategy is to keep on cloning their cards so that they can never do anything. I mean, their cards, I'm talking about Aquarius. And he is very limited about what he can do right now. Maybe I didn't need to play that Bloodletter. Yeah, you're the card I want to get rid of. I knew it's going to be something like Revive. And once that's gone, they got no hope. I've got time to work on that. I think we might have won. Oh, he's got the dodge, isn't he? Oh yeah, you lucky bleeder. That was big. The fact that the Aquarius tripped. I'm trying to think of a way I can avoid dying. Yeah, killing their rage is huge. Trying to think what's going to happen. I can't remember if it's renewal. Maybe put it on the Paragon just in case it's enough to take it out. That's a huge thing if we can just get rid of that worry. Also, it would be huge just to get rid of that Aquarius so that never comes back. Let's go for Aquarius. Paragon, of course. Excuse me. It's bad luck. I think he's done. Because I don't think he's got anybody else to recycle. Yeah. Anyway. I think I might just tap out there with that win. 2 losses. Was he the one that quit? They quit. 2 losses against Druidess, and then a win. I should tap out there really. How long's it been? 29 minutes. Yes. No. We're gonna hang in there. One last battle. Gosh, but yeah, I think I'm health-wise, I'm fine. I mean, a cold's a cold, maybe we'll get over it. I think this is going to be like a 2 solid day job though. Just, I don't think I've ever slept like this in a hell of a long time. Predator. Let's see if he quits. Normally what I do is just auto. They either just quit outright so they get the win, or I just auto. And there was El Duderino and TS, he quit for me one time. And I appreciated that. It made me feel, thank you very much. He just had Druid S deck and he just quit for me. Excellent. Anyway, so please like and subscribe. Bloody Steve. Yeah, they keep on tempting me, trying to tempt me to get my first gem purchase. I ain't, mate. I'm a free-to-play player. Yeah, anyway, so please like, subscribe. Daddy Steve and I'm out.